Hey, what's going up YouTube? This is Kyle from the Typical Average Gamers, and I'm here giving you another Destiny video, and this ain't like regular Destiny videos, where I'm just playing Crucible, or Iron Banner, or Raid, or whatever. This is actually a little tip and guide for you to get from level 1 to level 34 as quick as possible. As you can see, when you guys used to saw an Iron Banner, I had 2 hunters, I didn't have a third character. Now you see I have a Hunter and Warlock, and they're all pretty high level, considering I started them on Friday. And today is Sunday. I started about Friday night, and they're already this level. And you're probably like, Kyle, how'd you get them to this high level so quickly? And I'm going to tell you guys that soon. But first I want to explain what's all on my characters real quick. My Hunter, you guys know it's all maxed out. A whole bunch of slew gear that's top of level right now. My Titan, actually, you see I have an exotic helmet on, a 42 light chest piece, 42 light gloves, that's not leveled up all the way yet, so not actually 42 light, I think they're 34 right now, and I have light 15 boots. That's what's bringing me down, is my light 15 boots, but that's okay. And then my Warlock, I think the only light armor I have on my Warlock are my Purifier robes, which are light level 34, and my boots, which are light level 12 or 13 or 14 or something like that. But this is going to be a guide for you to get from level 1 to 20 and then from 20 to 34. And for this guide, I recommend that you already have a character that's, max rank 34 that you've been playing on for a while. This is for people, like, I'll explain, there's 2 different ways from get to level 20 to 34, but for everybody, it's the same way to get from level 1 to 20. Now, I will explain the 2 ways from 20 to 34, and I'll explain the way from 1 to 30. I mean 1 to 20. So let's hop over to my Titan real quick. Let's have it load up. As it's loading up, I'm going to tell you guys something. The reason my characters, both of my characters would be max 34 right now, all of them would be max 34, if I would have a certain type of object. Now I'll get to that soon. I'll show you guys my armor real quick. I have all this crappy weapons on because I transferred gear over to my Hunter because I was playing some plans on my Hunter after I got done leveling up my Warlock to 24 today. As you can see, my Striker subclass is not leveled up, and not all the way yet. It should be soon though. And then my Defender is not leveled up at all, and you're like, why aren't you leveling up your subclasses? Well, I have a specific plan for Taken King before it comes out. And a lot of you guys might be saying, well, when Taken King comes out, you get that little light piece thing that gets you from level 1 to 25 instantly. And you could do that, but why would you do that when you could work for, 6 hours or so and get to light level 34? I've put in probably about 6.5 hours on this Titan and about 6.5 to 7 hours on my Warlock, and I started him on Friday night, and right now it's Sunday night. I got him to this high level that quickly, and I'll show you guys what I did, okay? As you can see, I'll go to my missions. I still have the original ship on. As you see, the entirety of Earth is done. I've done everything on Earth. Even these, as you can see, because I have the Eris Morn gloves on, because it's the only the guaranteed legendary I can get. Otherwise, I'm going to be 31 right now. And you can see they're not fully leveled up. Once they're fully leveled to 42, I'd be light level 32, I think. Maybe 32 and a half, almost 33. As you can see, that's why I have a lot of the Eris Morn quests done. You don't need those to be level the way I am. But, as you can see, I've done all of the actual missions. Just forget the DLC missions. Those are necessary. I did all of these missions on hard. Like, you want to do all these missions on hard. I did all of these missions on hard. And I did all of these missions on hard. Now, this is what I did. I did Earth. Like, I do, the number one thing I gotta say is do your bounties. Do all your bounties you possibly can every single day. Just keep going to the tower. Keep trying to grab bounties. Because what's going to happen is, when you're doing the missions on hard and you're doing bounties, you're going to get to a point to where you're on par level with the hard, or even higher than the hard level requirements. As you can see, hard, which was 3 when you first started out, I think I was level 3 or 4, and I did this all solo. So I went to level 4 and stuff, and I got the high level. And then I just kept doing that. And by towards the middle of Venus, like I think towards like the second or third mission of Venus, I was already level 14 or 15. Okay, and I did all the bounties that day because I was already level 14 before I did my bounties. Okay, I did all my bounties. I finished out the last 3 missions on Venus. I did both strikes on Venus, and then I turned in all my bounties, and I was I think not light level, but level 16. But you also gotta do your strikes. Do your strikes too. You gotta do your strikes, cause they I think give you 2,500 to 3,000 per strike experience, and that's really great. And even bounties can give you up to 5,000 experience to 2,500. And always do a public event every single day on each character, because each public event gives you 5,000 experience. And you just do that every day. Like you work, like either like what I did. My original plan was to do 3 missions a day on each character, but I ended up playing a lot more than that per day. That's why I got it done in 2 days. I did like a planet and a half a day, so that's how I got it in 2 hours, 2 days. But it'll still take you about 7 hours for each character. It's just that I grinded it nonstop to get it done. So you do that, okay? Like, as you can see, my Mars isn't even done yet. I haven't done these missions on Mars. And the reason some of these missions on Mars are actually done is because my subclass, I was trying to level my subclass, I was doing them on the hardest difficulty. As you can see, I can do them on level 30, which would give me 7,500 experience. And that's just, you won't be able to do it on level 30 when you actually do it, though. I think the highest you can do is 19, which only gets you 4,800 experience. But yeah, you do, by the time you, like, I would get to level 20 towards the first to second mission on Mars, and I'll be at level 20, and that only takes you about 7 hours if you just beeline it and do all your bounties. And then once I got to level 20, this is what I did. I had an exotic armor piece that I bought from Xur, and when I had that exotic armor piece from Xur, that's light level 42, I instantly put it on, and it raised my light level from 20 to 26. Now, after I did that, I got a legendary from Barracks from my main character, because there's 2 ways of doing it, okay? There's only one way to do it, from level 1 to 20, and I explained that. Do all your bounties, do your missions on hard. It helps out if you have another friend with you that's way over leveled for it, because he just one shots everything for you. The only thing you really need is the experience, and you can kill enemies along the way, because that adds up, 50 experience per enemy kill. But the real thing is to complete the mission on the hardest difficulty you possibly can to get the most experience. That's why having a higher level character with you, like a friend that can one-shot everything, really helps. But anyways, there's only one way from level 1 to level 20, and that's doing bounties, doing missions the hardest possible difficulty you can do it. And then from level 20 to 34, there's 2 ways you can do it. The first way is the way I did it, and that's having a character already, which is, as you saw at the beginning of the video, which was my hunter that was already light level 34, and I've been playing on that since launch, and I started these 2 characters 2 days ago. So I've been doing Prison of Elders nonstop and stuff, Crota and all that stuff nonstop. So I had all the materials ready. And then what I did was, when I got to light level 30, here, we're taking a little trip to the reef as I'm talking about this. I can show you guys where to buy this stuff at. When I got to level 20, I put on the exotic gear, and I became level 26. A light level 42 gear, straight to level 26, I think. Might have been a little less than that, I think, but I think it was 24 maybe, or 20. It's 24 or 26. And that's just from one piece of exotic gear that I bought from Xur. I also bought a crap ton of exotic engrams from Xur and decrypted them all so I can get more Titan and a Warlock exotics, because I got them on my hunter, but I deleted them because I never thought I was gonna make all of one character. But I made I got him to light level 24 using that one exotic, and then I needed 3 legendaries, but I saved up all the blue engrams I got through all my missions and stuff. I didn't decrypt them right away. I saved them all up, so when I got to level, put on my exotic gear, I decrypted those blues, and they came up to be 15, 16, 17 light levels, since it's House of Wolves. And then once I did that, I stopped. I didn't stop. Once I got to that light level, which would be 25, 26 with all this blues on, I had a shit ton of armor core and weapon cores. So what I did was I walked over to Barracks. I only had 2 armor cores, but I had like 20 weapon cores. That's because on my hunter I kept buying Varrix's armor for, you know, so I have a variety of all intellect or all strength or all discipline or have a variety of all, just in case for trials and whatnot. But I ended up only having 2 armor cores. Okay, so what I did was I used 1 armor core to buy this light level 42 King Kelsar's hood, Cuirass, which I have on right now. And then I tried to do a judgment chance to hopefully get boots or a piece of her arm piece, and I got a shitty ass pulse rifle or some shit. So this is how you go from level 20 to 34, and it's almost a cheat, an exploit. You couldn't do this before House of Wolves. So you should have armor cores and weapon cores saved up after you bought all the armor you wanted to from Barracks over the time, especially if you're starting it right now. If you did prison every week on 2 characters or 1 character, whatever. You come here, you buy the one he has for sale right away. You get the exotic from Xur on your main character for whatever character you're making. So you have an exotic and a legend right there. That's 2 light level 42 gears. That gets you to light level 29. Now what you do is, if you have enough weapon cores or armor cores, if you have like, you know, 8 and 8, you know, try a couple of judgment chances on the character you want to level up. That might drop another 42 light gear. That's going to get you up higher, and you just keep doing that. I would save a couple for your other character, because you always need at least 1 armor core to buy the armor piece for your warlock or for your titan, for your hunter, for your second one that you haven't leveled up yet. So say I have a hunter, it's already max level. I had the titan, only had 2 armor cores. Okay, I had the titan. I went and bought this armor core. Okay, this armor one. I bought this cuirass. And then I used my last armor core to try to do a judgment chance. I didn't get it. And I'm kind of bummed about that, but it's okay. Because I haven't done prison on my 34 yet. Hunter this week. So I'll probably do that tomorrow and I get another armor core. And I'll probably use it on my warlock. I'll probably just save it for my warlock and I'll use it on whatever Varric to sell next week. If it's a helmet or if it's a arm piece or boots, it'll be great for me. I'm not going to do Judgment Chance on the Titan again because it's not guaranteed. And I'm not going to do any Judgment Chance anymore because I might get it from Crota or something, the armor I need. I'm not going to do any more Judgment Chances. I'm just going to save up Prison of Elder stuff. I do all 3 characters or 2 characters, how many characters I can do it a week. I'll just save up armor cores. So just in case I don't get my armor, I need to become level 34 before taking King. So then the day before taking King, I would just armor core the hell out of each character, the armor core I need. I just do armor cores, judgment chances non-stop that day before and try to get the armor piece I need to make myself level 34. So a lot of information. Okay, so the second way to do it from level 20 to 34, if you're starting your first character or you don't have any armor cores or anything, well, you should have strange coins, that's a given, but if you don't have any armor cores because you spent them all, then you would go on your main character, buy the exotic again from Xur that you need for your character, whatever character you need it for your unranked level 20 character. You buy the exotic armor, you put that on your level 20, that gets you up there. And then what you do is you go to Eris, you start doing the earn quest, do all the earn quest, get the arm piece, the legendary arm piece, put that on your guy, use an etheric light, bump it up to light 42, level it up, and then you have 2 light level 42 gears. And what you're gonna do is the next week, you run prison again, get your armor core. Hopefully, Varric sells the thing you need. If not, you save them up, and then use them the day before taking King to see if you actually get the armor you need. Another helpful thing would be if you have really 2 good players for trials, hop in with them and get those Watchers gear. And etheric light them to 42, or even get the 5 wins and buy the Trials of Cyrus gear. I just wanted to share this information with you guys, just in case you want to get ready for taking King and you want all 3. You want 1 of each character. I had 2 Titans 2 days ago, and now I have a Titan, Warlock, and Hunter, almost all max level already. In just 7-8 hours for each character, except for Hunter. So yeah, you do your bounties every day. Like, you do all 6 bounties every day on the characters you're trying to level up from 1 to 20. And you do missions on hard. Remember, it helps to have a guardian that's higher level than you. Like, way overpowered for the missions you're doing. To one-shot everything, one-shot the bosses. And just to revive you, just in case something happens. And remember, you can also get kills throughout the missions. Because, some kills are worth 55. Some kills are worth 80. It depends what you do, and especially patrols. Every patrol thing you do for patrol bounties, that's I think like 225 experience, 300, depends on what mission you're on. Do the strikes when you're the appropriate level, do all the bounties, and during the missions, like during the story, the postmaster would give you these little envelopes that are for the bounty. I think it's called a bounty wanted or wanted bounty or something like that. You turn that in, and you can actually make sure you have all your bounties completed before you turn this in. Before you turn them in, because you know it could be a duplicate of bounty that's already existing for the day. So do all 6 bounties and then turn in those little envelopes, because then you get 2 bounties of the same bounty that day. So you turn in all those, and then you do all those bounties, because you will periodically get those bounties, okay, throughout the time. So you just do all those bounties. You know, some bounties are worth 5,000, some bounties are worth 2,500, and you just do all of them. If you do 6 a day, and then you get like 2 duplicates or 3 duplicates of the same bounties that day from the little wanted bounties that Postmaster gives you. And you know, that could be, you know, 7 or 8 bounties a day you could be getting. And that will, you know, tremendously boost your score. Plus doing all the missions on hard will boost your score, and plus doing the strikes, which is, I think strikes are like, you know, 2,500 to 3,000 experience per strike the first time you do it. And that's going to really skyrocket your level from 1 to 20. And one other way to get from 1 to 20 that's more frustrating, and but a little bit faster, and especially if you're doing it solo, it's a little easier. I didn't do this personally. I just did all the missions and stuff and all the bounties. Another way to do it from 1 to 20 is you start your character, you get to level 2 after you beat the first mission. Go straight to PvP. I recommend Rumble. Go straight to PvP and do Rumble. Every Rumble match you complete, not win, just, you know, stay through the entire match. Every Rumble match you complete, that's 5,000 experience. So you want to do that until you, like, you know, level 8 or 9. Just keep doing that non-stop. Rumble, 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 until you're like 7 or 8, and then start doing the Earth missions. Then start doing the Moon missions on the hardest difficulty, because that's gonna make it to where if you're doing it solo, if you do it on the hardest difficulty, you won't run into a problem to where you are the same level or under leveled of the harder difficulty. Also, you want to do your public events every day on the characters you're trying to level up, because those are 5,000 experience each when you pick them up from the Postmaster, the public events package. So those are ways to get from 1 to 20 and 20 to 34 as quick as possible. You also, once you're high enough level, you want to run Crota, just in case, try to get some more armor. Just in case Varix doesn't sell it, you want to run Crota as soon as possible, especially if friends to do it for you, just, you know, carry you through it, because Crota ain't that hard anymore. You could do Vault too, but Vault's a little more dependent on you to actually do something. But yeah, I just want to share this with you guys, because a lot of people don't really know, especially new people. They don't want to start new characters because they think it'll take way too long. But, you know, my original plan was only to do 3 missions a day on each character and all the bounties. But I ended up doing all the bounties and like doing, like, you know, 7, 8, 9 missions a day on each character. That's how I skyrocketed from 1 to, you know, 31 in just 2 days. So yeah, you just want to do that non-stop. Do it as much as possible. Anything with extra free time, hop in, do bounties, do missions, and just try to get done. Especially when you come to the reef. Look, you get 1,000 experience just for welcoming, just talking to everybody in the reef. You're like, you know, just try to do anything you can with an experience. Just do everything, and I promise you, you will get from 1 to 20 and before you even, like, within the first or 2 missions on Mars, you get from 1 to 20. You get to 20, and then, you know, 20 to 34, you know, you could do the, you know, Judgment Chance with all the armor cores and weapon cores, or you can, you know, just do Crota again and use Etheric Light, whatever. You can do Trials, whatever you want to do. And that's how I got all 3 characters. So I back out to change character screen again. That's how I got Hunter, Warlock, and Titan almost to max level in 2 days. Well, the Hunter's already, but that's how I got my Warlock and Titan to almost max level in 2 days. That's 2 characters in 2 days, almost max level. And you might be saying, oh, Kyle, your Warlock's only level 34. I mean, 24. Well, I'm going to get the Armor Core tomorrow, and then I'm going to have a chest engram, that's 42. And then Varix is going to sell something on Tuesday for the Warlock that is in the chest. It could be a helmet, and then I'm going to get that right away, and then I'm going to be, you know, light level pretty high. So yeah, so that's how you guys level up your character really fast. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop a like, subscribe, do whatever the hell you want. Have fun in Destiny, and keep out there, Guardians, because I'll be out there wrecking it in Trials of Osiris. I'll see you guys next time on the next video I do. I don't know when it will be or what it will be, but I will see you guys next time. Taken King.